Right now, in this exact moment, something inside you is tired, not tired of work, not tired of life, but tired of being the same person over and over again. Not tomorrow's version of change. Not, I'll start next week. I'm talking about now. Because if nothing changes today, nothing changes at all. Listen carefully, because most people will scroll past this and go back to their comfort. But if you really stay with me on this, you're going to understand something that can completely shift how you think, how you act, and how your life turns out. Here's what you'll gain if you don't skip this video: clarity. Real clarity. The kind that removes confusion and excuses. You'll know exactly what to work on every single day to become someone who doesn't break under pressure, someone who doesn't need motivation to move, someone who becomes unstoppable. But before we go further, do something small for me. Don't overthink it. Just type this quietly in the comments: I'm ready to change. Not for me, for you. That one action alone is you stepping out of autopilot. And if you're serious about becoming stronger, calmer, more disciplined, make sure you stay till the end, because the last point is what ties everything together. Now understand this: you are not stuck because of your environment. You are not stuck because of people. You are stuck because there is a part of you that keeps choosing comfort over growth. That voice that says later, that's the real problem. Marcus Aurelius didn't write to impress people. He wrote to survive himself. In the middle of chaos, war, pressure, he reminded himself: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. That's not motivation. That's a command. So what you're about to hear are not tips. Not habits. These are daily disciplines. Non-negotiable. The kind that shapes people who don't fold when life gets hard. And one rule before we begin: don't skip ahead. Every single part matters. Miss one, and you weaken the whole structure. But if something here hits you, if you feel that shift even a little, just tap the like button quietly. It tells the algorithm this is worth spreading, and it also tells me you're not just listening, you're applying. Take a breath, clear the noise in your head. This is where things start to change. Number 1, work on your mind every single day. Your mind is not just thoughts. Your mind is your command center. Everything you do, everything you become, starts there. And most people lose their lives before they even begin because they never take control of it. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Think about that for a second. Not money. Not people. Not luck. Your mind. But here's the problem: most people don't train their mind. They feed it with noise. Social media, comparison, negativity, overthinking. And then they wonder why they feel lost. Let me be honest with you. I used to think discipline started with action. Waking up early. Working harder. Pushing myself. But I realized something: if your mind is weak, your actions won't last. You'll start strong, and quit quietly. Because everything starts with what you allow inside your head. Every thought you repeat becomes a belief. Every belief shapes your decisions. And your decisions, that's your life. So working on your mind daily means being intentional. It means you don't just wake up and scroll. You take control. You read something that sharpens you. You reflect instead of react. You question your thoughts instead of blindly following them. When something goes wrong, instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" you ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" That shift alone changes everything. The Stoics practiced something powerful. They imagined loss, difficulty, failure. Not to feel bad, but to prepare their mind. Because when you train your thoughts to face discomfort, discomfort stops controlling you. And this is where most people fail. They wait to feel good before they take control. But strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from control. So every day, even if it's just 5 minutes, sit with your thoughts. Observe them. Don't run from them. Don't distract yourself. Train your mind like it matters, because it does. Because if your mind is calm, focused, disciplined, you will win even in chaos. But if your mind is scattered, emotional, reactive, you will lose even when things are easy. Right now, just pause for a second, and say this quietly to yourself: my mind is mine. I control it. And if that made sense to you, if you felt that, drop a simple "mind first" in the comments. It might seem small, but these small actions, they build awareness. And awareness, that's where real change begins. Now let's go deeper. Number 2, work on your emotions every day. And this is where most people completely lose control of their life without even realizing it. Your emotions are powerful. But only if you're the one in control. Because the moment your emotions start controlling you, everything becomes unstable. One small problem ruins your day. One comment affects your mood. One mistake makes you doubt yourself. Seneca said something that most people ignore. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Think about that. Most of your stress, your anxiety, your anger, it's not even from what actually happened. It's from how you interpreted it. And that's dangerous, because it means your mind is creating pain that doesn't even need to exist. You can't control what people do. You can't control what happens around you. But you can control how you respond. That's where your power is. I learned this the hard way, reacting instantly to everything. Getting frustrated. Overthinking situations. Letting small things drain my energy. And the truth is, it wasn't life that was overwhelming me. It was my lack of control over my emotions. Because when you react to everything, you give everything power over you. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." That's the difference between someone who stays calm under pressure, and someone who breaks. So working on your emotions daily means creating space between what happens, and how you respond. When anger rises, don't explode. Observe it. When stress hits, don't panic. Breathe through it. When something triggers you, pause. Just pause. That pause, that small moment, that's your power. Because in that space, you decide who you are. You don't need to suppress your emotions. You just need to stop letting them control your actions. If you feel anger, use it as energy to improve. If you feel fear, use it as a signal to prepare. If you feel envy, use it as motivation to grow. Every emotion can either weaken you, or strengthen you. It depends on how you use it. So every night, ask yourself one simple question. Did I control my emotions today, or did they control me? That question alone will start changing how you behave. And listen, you won't get it perfect. Nobody does. But every time you choose calm over reaction, you win. Quietly, without noise, you win. If you're still here, it means you're not like most people. So let me ask you something. Are you reacting to life, or are you responding to it? If you're ready to start controlling your emotions instead of being controlled by them, type "I stay calm" in the comments. It's not just engagement. It's a commitment. Now let's move to something that separates people who talk from people who actually become something. Number 3, work on your discipline every single day. This is where everything becomes real. Because you can have the right mindset, you can understand your emotions, but without discipline, nothing sticks. Discipline is what turns ideas into results. Marcus Aurelius said, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. Not when you feel like it. Not when it's convenient. But because it's your duty." That's the mindset most people are missing. Most people wait to feel motivated. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect energy. But that moment rarely comes. And even when it does, it doesn't last. That's why discipline matters more than motivation. Because discipline shows up when motivation disappears. Let me be real with you, there are days you won't feel like doing anything. Days your mind will try to negotiate with you. Just rest today. Start tomorrow. You've done enough. That voice, that's the voice that slowly destroys your potential. And most people listen to it without questioning it. But the moment you start ignoring that voice, and moving anyway, that's when your life starts to change. Discipline is not loud. It's not exciting. It's repetitive. It's boring. It's showing up when nobody is watching. It's doing what you said you would do, even when you don't feel like it. And here's something most people don't understand. Discipline is self-respect. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. Every time you break it, you weaken that trust. So if you tell yourself you'll wake up early, and you don't, your mind starts seeing your words as optional. But when you follow through, even in small things, your mind starts to obey you. That's how you become unstoppable. Not overnight, but through consistency. So start small. Don't overcomplicate it. Set one daily promise, and keep it no matter what. It could be waking up on time, finishing a task, exercising, studying, anything. The size doesn't matter. The consistency does. Because discipline compounds. And over time, you won't need to force yourself anymore. It becomes part of who you are. The Stoics believe that habit shapes the soul. So if you keep choosing what's right over what's easy, eventually, you don't have to fight yourself anymore. You just act. And that's power. Also understand this, discipline is not just about doing things. It's about avoiding things. Saying no to distractions. Saying no to comfort. Saying no to things that don't align with your goals. Every time you say no to weakness, you say yes to strength. So tomorrow morning, when that alarm rings, and your mind says, stay in bed, answer it differently this time. Tell yourself, I have work to do. And then move. No debate. No delay. Just action. Right now. I want you to be honest with yourself. What's one thing you keep avoiding that you know you should be doing? Don't overthink it. Just type it in the comments. That's step 1, awareness. And if you're serious about becoming disciplined, not just motivated, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, Stoic Quiet Strength. Because this is where we build that version of you, step by step. Now let's go deeper. Number 4, work on your purpose every single day. Without purpose, you drift. You wake up, you go through your day, you scroll, you react, and before you know it, time is gone, and nothing meaningful has changed. That's how most people live. Not because they want to, but because they don't have direction. Purpose is not just about big dreams. It's about knowing why you're doing what you're doing. Marcus Aurelius said, a man's worth is no greater than his ambitions. But understand this, ambition is not just about success. It's about direction, meaning, intention. Because when you have purpose, even hard days make sense. You don't quit easily. You don't get distracted easily. You don't feel lost all the time. Because you know where you're going. Let me tell you something simple but powerful: you don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan for your entire life. You just need clarity on your next step. That's it. What's one thing you can do today that moves you forward? That's purpose in action. Because purpose is built daily. Not in one big decision, but in small, consistent steps. Reading instead of scrolling. Building instead of wasting time. Learning instead of avoiding. And here's something most people don't realize: purpose often comes from struggle. The things you've been through. The challenges you've faced, they shape what matters to you. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Meaning, your obstacles are not stopping you. They are guiding you. But only if you choose to move forward. So if you feel lost right now, don't sit there waiting for clarity. Move. Try things. Learn. Adjust. Clarity comes from action, not overthinking. Every day, ask yourself: am I moving closer to who I want to become? Or further away? That question alone will keep you aligned. Because a person with purpose can handle pressure, can handle setbacks, can keep going when things get hard. Why? Because they're not just working, they're building something meaningful. So right now, take a second and think, what are you really working towards? And if you don't know yet, that's okay. Just decide this: I will not drift anymore. If that resonates with you, type "I move with purpose" in the comments. Now we move into something even deeper. Number 5, work on your self-control every single day. This is where real power begins. Because you can have goals, you can have purpose, you can even be disciplined, but if you can't control yourself in critical moments, everything falls apart. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Read that again in your mind. No matter how much money, success, or recognition you have, if you can't control your impulses, you're still a slave. And most people are. Not to chains, but to urges. To distractions. To emotions. To habits they can't break. They say things they regret. They react when they shouldn't. They chase things they know are wasting their time. And in those small moments, they give away their power. Self-control is not about being perfect. It's about being aware in the moment where it matters. It's when your anger rises, and you choose silence. It's when you're tempted to waste time, and you choose discipline. It's when your ego wants to prove something, and you choose peace. That's strength. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if it is endurable, then endure it. Meaning, not everything needs your reaction. Not everything needs your energy. And that's something you need to understand deeply: reacting to everything will drain you. You don't need to respond to every message. You don't need to prove yourself to everyone. You don't need to chase every opportunity or defend every opinion. Sometimes, the strongest move is restraint. Walking away is not weakness. Staying silent is not weakness. Controlling yourself, that's power. And let's be honest, the hardest battles you fight are not outside, they're inside. That urge to scroll instead of work. That temptation to delay what matters. That need for validation. That impulse to react instantly. Those are the real battles. And every time you win one of those, even quietly, you become stronger. The Stoics practiced something most people avoid: discomfort. They would intentionally make things harder. Sleep without luxury. Fast. Remove comfort. Not because they had to, but because they wanted to remind themselves, I am in control, not my desires. And that's the mindset that builds unshakable people. So start small. Delay your impulses. Pause before reacting. Question your urges. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I just used to it? That awareness alone will change your behavior. Because once you stop acting automatically, you start acting intentionally. And that's freedom. Real freedom is not doing whatever you want. It's having control over what you choose. So today, watch yourself closely. When something triggers you, pause. When something tempts you, question it. When your mind tells you to act without thinking, slow down. That moment of control, that's where your power is built. Right now, ask yourself honestly, are you in control of your actions, or are your impulses controlling you? If you're ready to take that control back, type, I master myself, in the comments. Now we move into something most people completely misunderstand. Number 6, work on your patience every single day. We live in a world that is addicted to speed. Fast results. Fast success. Fast money. Fast validation. And because of that, people have lost the ability to wait. They start something today, and if they don't see results tomorrow, they quit. That's why most people never become anything. Because they don't stay long enough. Seneca said, time heals what reason cannot. And that doesn't just apply to pain, it applies to growth. Some things take time. Becoming disciplined takes time. Building something meaningful takes time. Changing your life takes time. And impatience destroys all of it. Because when you rush, you lose focus. When you force results, you lose peace. When you compare your journey, you lose confidence. Patience is not doing nothing. Patience is continuing to work, even when results are slow. It's showing up, even when nobody notices. It's trusting the process, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Marcus Aurelius said, no great thing is created suddenly. That's the truth most people don't want to accept. Because they want the reward, without the process. But the process, that's where the transformation happens. Every day you show up, you're building something. Even if you don't see it yet. So stop measuring your progress only by results. Measure it by consistency. Did you show up today? Did you do what you said you would do? Did you stay focused, even when it was hard? That's progress. And here's something important, your timeline is not the same as anyone else's. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Your journey is yours. Your timing is yours. And rushing it will only slow you down. So instead of saying, why is this taking so long, start saying, I'm building something that lasts. That shift changes everything. Because patience builds endurance. It builds discipline. It builds mental strength. And those are the things that actually make you successful. So when things feel slow, don't quit. When results don't show, don't stop. When it feels like nothing is happening, keep going. Because something is happening, you just can't see it yet. Right now, take a breath, and remind yourself. I trust the process. If you needed that, type, I stay patient, in the comments. Now we're about to enter a level that most people never reach. Number 7, work on your silence every single day. This one is quiet, but it's powerful. Because in a world where everyone is talking, reacting, explaining, defending, the person who masters silence stands out without saying much at all. Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. That means you don't argue with everything. You don't respond to every opinion. You don't lower yourself just to prove a point. But most people do the opposite. They react instantly. They explain too much. They try to be understood by people who already decided not to understand them. And in the process, they waste energy. Silence is not weakness. Silence is control. It's choosing when to speak, and when to step back. It's understanding that not everything deserves your attention, and not everyone deserves your response. Epictetus said, "Be silent for the most part, or speak only what is necessary." That's not just advice, that's a strategy for peace. Because the more you speak unnecessarily, the more problems you invite. The more you react emotionally, the more you expose your weaknesses. But when you learn to stay silent, something changes. You observe more. You think deeper. You understand people better. And when you finally speak, your words carry weight. Let me be real with you, you don't need to prove yourself all the time. You don't need to respond to every message. You don't need to explain your decisions to everyone. You don't need to argue just to feel right. Sometimes, the strongest move is to say nothing. To walk away. To protect your peace without announcing it. Because real power is quiet. It doesn't beg for attention. It doesn't chase validation. It builds, silently. And when the results show, no explanation is needed. So start practicing this. When you feel the urge to react, pause. When you feel the need to explain, ask yourself if it's necessary. When someone tries to pull you into drama, step back. That space you create, that's where your peace grows. And here's something you'll notice, the more silent you become, the more people reveal themselves. Because you're no longer interrupting, you're observing. And that awareness, it's powerful. Right now, think about it. How much energy do you waste talking, reacting, explaining? What would happen if you redirected that energy into yourself? If this is something you know you need to improve, type, "I move in silence," in the comments. Not for show, but as a reminder to yourself. Now we move into something that balances everything we've talked about. Number 8, work on your gratitude every single day. This is where your mindset shifts completely. Because if you're always focused on what's missing, you will never feel satisfied. No matter how much you achieve, it will never feel like enough. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." That's gratitude. Not pretending everything is perfect, but choosing to see value in what you already have. Most people wake up and immediately focus on problems. What they don't have. What they wish was different. What's not working. And that mindset slowly drains them. Because when you focus on lack, you feel empty. But when you focus on what you already have, something changes. You feel grounded. You feel calm. You feel in control. Gratitude is not about lowering your ambition. It's about strengthening your mindset. Because a grateful person cannot be easily controlled by envy, or comparison, or fear. They already feel complete. Seneca said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." That's power. So start simple. Every morning, think of 3 things you're grateful for. Not big things, small ones. The fact that you woke up. The opportunity to try again. The progress you've already made. And every night, reflect on one moment that made you feel good. That practice rewires your mind. From scarcity to abundance. And when your mind shifts like that, your actions follow. You stop chasing everything blindly. You start moving with intention. And here's something deep: everything you take for granted today could be gone tomorrow. So appreciate it now. Gratitude doesn't make life easier, but it makes it meaningful. And meaning, that's what keeps you going. Right now, pause for a second, and think of one thing you're genuinely grateful for. If you have it, type "I'm grateful" in the comments. Now we're getting close to the core of who you are. Number 9, work on your character every single day. This is who you are, when nobody is watching. Not what you say. Not what you post. Not what people think about you. But what you do, when there's no pressure to perform. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." That's character. It's not built in public. It's built in private. In the small decisions you make every day. Do you keep your word, even when it's inconvenient? Do you stay honest, even when lying would be easier? Do you do what's right, even when no one would notice if you didn't? That's where your character is formed. And here's the truth most people avoid: you can fake success, but you can't fake character. Eventually, who you are shows up. In your habits. In your discipline. In how you treat people. In how you handle pressure. And if your character is weak, everything else will collapse. Because success without character doesn't last. Seneca said, "I will govern my life and thoughts as if the whole world were to see one and read the other." Imagine living like that. Where your actions match your values, even when no one is watching. That's integrity. That's strength. So working on your character daily means checking yourself. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it for validation, or is it for growth? Are you trying to look strong, or actually become strong? Because there's a difference. Character is choosing discipline over comfort. It's choosing honesty over convenience. It's choosing growth over ego. And sometimes, it will cost you. People might misunderstand you. They might doubt you. They might not see your effort. But that's the price of becoming someone real. Because while others are chasing attention, you're building substance. And substance, that's what lasts. So every day, remind yourself. My actions define me. Not my words. Not my intentions. My actions. And live in a way where you don't have to hide anything. Because when your inner world aligns with your outer actions, nothing can shake you. No criticism. No rumors. No pressure. You stand firm, because you know who you are. Right now, ask yourself honestly, are you proud of your daily actions? If not, good. That means you're aware. And awareness is where change begins. If you're committed to building real character, type "My character matters" in the comments. Now we arrive at the final piece, the one that holds everything together. Number 10, work on your inner peace every single day. This is the highest level. Because everything we've talked about, your mind, your emotions, your discipline, your purpose, your self-control, your patience, your silence, your gratitude, your character, all of it leads here. Peace. Not the kind that comes when everything is perfect. But the kind that stays, even when everything is not. Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruption, than your own soul." Think about that. Peace is not out there. It's not in money. It's not in people. It's not in perfect conditions. It's in how you respond to life. Most people spend their whole life chasing external peace. They think, when I fix this, when I get that, when things finally work out, then I'll be calm. But it never works that way. Because life will always have problems. There will always be pressure, delays, challenges, unexpected situations. So if your peace depends on everything going right, you will never have it. That's why you build it internally. Every single day. By controlling your thoughts. By managing your emotions. By staying disciplined. By trusting your process. By choosing silence. By practicing gratitude. By living with character. That's how peace is built. Not in one moment, but over time. Peace is not weakness. It's strength under control. It's being calm when others panic. It's staying grounded when everything feels unstable. It's being able to say, "This is difficult, but it will not control me." And that's power. So every day, take a moment. Breathe. Step back from the noise. Remind yourself, I don't need to react to everything. Because the more you protect your peace, the less the world can disturb you. And that's freedom. Real freedom. Right now, take a deep breath, and say quietly, "My peace is my power." If you've made it this far, I want you to understand something important. You're not just watching a video. You're making a decision. Because every single day, you are building something. You're either building habits that make you stronger, or habits that keep you stuck. You're either training your mind to rise, or conditioning it to stay where it is. And the difference between those two, is what we just talked about. Your mind. Your emotions. Your discipline. Your purpose. Your self-control. Your patience. Your silence. Your gratitude. Your character. And your inner peace. These are not just ideas. This is the foundation of a life that doesn't break under pressure. A life that moves with clarity, calm, and control. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up, every day, and work on these. Because every sunrise is another chance. Another chance to improve. Another chance to grow. Another chance to become the person you know you can be. So don't rush it. Don't compare it. Just build. Quietly. Consistently. Powerfully. If this spoke to you, don't just leave. Take 1 second, and drop this in the comments, "I'm building myself." That one sentence is a commitment. And if you're serious about becoming stronger, calmer, more disciplined, subscribe to Stoic Quiet Strength. Because this is not just content. This is a process. And you don't want to walk it alone. Now one last thing. If you're ready to go deeper, there's a full playlist waiting for you in the description. Start from there, and keep building. And remember, every day, you are becoming someone. Make sure it's someone you're proud of.